Let me invite on stage our first speaker who came all the way from Dubai, His Excellency Dr. Abdullah Mohammed Obaid Belhaif Al Nuaimi, Chairman of the Sharjah Consultative Council. Dr. Abdullah, the stage is yours.
Sauce. Horse. Cat. Eat. Eat. Very important. بداية لابد أن أشكركم جميعا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I'm very pleased to be here this morning to speak about the future. We really need to know what is happening today. To speak about global economy, we really need to know what is it that we should be speaking about. Today, as we forecast the future, we find uncertainty all over what we do, all over what we think about, all over what could be happening tomorrow. Very pleased to see investors keen in connecting with each other. And also very pleased to see people coming from all over the places, whether GCC or Europe, Asia. Connecting with each other, communicating with each other, and probably developing some potential businesses with each other. And that is really great. However, in uncertain environment, we really need to think twice before we look into good business deal, feasible business deals. It was only a couple of days ago when I was called to speak about green economy. And I found so much of confusion between what we know about green economy and what green economy is about and what is the sustainable economy. Most of us assume that they are the same. Unfortunately, they are not. And we are actually misled. If we think, or if we were told that green economy is equal to, or could be actually represented by sustainable economy. Sustainability looks into everything. Everything that we could do, whether it's economy, socially, or economy in terms of education, or economy in terms of technology, and particularly when it comes to the social impact of global economy. We know that the green economy is the friendly deals with anything that is green, and particularly when it comes to forests. It was only a few days ago when we realized that forests in Africa are actually not what we thought they are. It was only a week ago when scientists in England, in Leicester universities, realized that the forests in most of Africa, after studying them from 2010 to 2017, we knew today that they are actually emitting carbon dioxide. And that would actually put all green economy in Aleppo. Most of our companies, particularly in the business of oil and gas, are assuming that forests in the world are actually sinking carbon dioxide, and they are actually not. They are emitters like any other gas and oil emissions. In a year, the investigation shows that in a year, in the forest of Africa, they are emitting carbon dioxide, potent gases, as much as we emit from oil and gas in a country like Kuwait. It's about 0.5 to 0.6% of the total emissions. And that is equated to the emission of Netherlands in a year. That would actually change our future economy, isn't it? Today we assume that we could actually exchange in net zero. Net zero is not net zero anymore, because the fundamentals have changed. Our knowledge today is unlike the knowledge of a year ago. Rather, it is not the same knowledge that we know 2 weeks ago. With this discovery, I believe that economy would actually look into something different, that neutrality would look into something different than net zero, would actually be looking into something more than a green economy as we speak about for the last 20 years or 23 years since then, 1992. The conference of F. Today, it's different. Maybe we could look into green economy in something different than what we know. Maybe at this forum, we could come up with a name, because the findings today is probably not publicly known. I believe that maybe one or two, and maybe none of the audience in here are aware of the findings of the African policies. I believe no one would. So that would actually change the formula. And we have to understand that this is not a fundamental that we could just say, yeah, we could manage it. That is not manageable. Unless we change our knowledge, we change our understanding, we also change our regulations when it comes particularly to green economy and net zeroing and sustainability and sustainable development. We really don't need to look back. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I believe that maybe this could actually be adding value to our common knowledge. We really need to look back into our 17 goals of sustainability and look at each of them separately and see, are they representative of our knowledge today or not? Is what we know today enough to make our future sustainable? Is it good enough for our future children? Is it sustainable for youth? And can we count on our knowledge today about the green economy and build on it? Many deals that has been done, particularly when we look into green economy and actually net zero and equating the emission of our gas into gas and oil, carbon dioxide, or any potent gas, and try to equate it with what the forests emit. Today, our forests, particularly the ones that are investigated in Africa, and I would imagine that forests all over the world would probably be acting the same as a result of desertification and not knowing what this could actually mean. Today, many business deals would actually be in Aleppo. We've known from the history of the last probably 2 or 3 years that many companies have actually relied on buying forests, assuming that that is what could actually be compensating for what they emit, and particularly in the field of oil and gas. So that is not there anymore. Unless we look carefully into the future of sustainability and the future of our economy, and the economy that will be good for youth, for our children, and for us to be good enough for the next decades or so. What we see today and what we know today, that the emission is actually twice as much as it was before the 1900s, when the industrialization stopped. The concentration of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere is almost double. We have received it a decade ago with about 200 feet. Today it is about 425. That is the concentration of carbon dioxide equivalent in our atmospheric layers. I won't take a lot of your time. I know that you have a lot, but I felt that maybe this awareness could actually be a good guide for us, a good guide for any future business deal that we could make. And I believe that if we could, at the end of the forum, come up with, I know that most of you are Googling the forests in Africa today. I know you do. I know you do, because it's not in public anymore. But if we can come up with anything that could actually make economy, is not green, because the green was given simply because forests are green, and assuming that anything that comes like forest would be great. Forests are not green anymore. So let's look into a name that we could come up with at this forum that could actually be representative of what we can think in the future, what we can believe that could actually be a good base for our future economy and for our future global economy. I would thank you very much. I'm very sorry that I have made such an announcement at the beginning, but I feel that the awareness is a must, and I feel that that piece of knowledge could actually be a good base for any future discussion at this respected conference. I should thank the people who actually organized this. They've done a great deal. And what they have done is super, getting people together from over so many other countries together in here in Georgia. It's not easy. And I should thank you, Dr. Saad. It is a really great job that you have done. Thank you very much.
Thank you so